Ah, sorry, I don't know how to make this go away. Okay. No. Cancel. I don't know why it's doing that. Stop. Go away. Okay, fix it. Okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully that didn't get too wonky there for a second. I can maybe edit this afterwards and cut that part out. All right, guys. So I have a new method of giving feedback. A coworker suggested it as a way of being able to give more feedback to each assignment for your blog posts and future assignments. So anything that's a formative assessment, I might try doing this way if you find it helpful. So if you like it, because you get more comments all around, then I'll keep using it. If you find it really weird, then I will go back to just making a couple of constructive comments in your feedback section. All right, so the way that it works is that I have isolated the criteria for the assignment where, so if you go to the blog post content area, there are a whole bunch of things that the content explained you needed to have in your blog post. And then in the assignment area as well, it pointed out a couple of different things in terms of style and form. So what I've done is I've made a list of all of those things. Okay, so this is what I'm evaluating. Have you done these skills well or not well? And instead of giving you kind of one or two comments about one or two of these things, I'm going to color code each one to show you if you've done it well or to show you if it's something that you need to work on. Okay, so if it's typed out in green letters, it means you've done it extremely well, you're nailing it, awesome job. If it's in yellow, or I've made it orange because you couldn't read yellow, if it's in orange, it means that yeah, it's pretty good. You can still grow in that area, but it's not absent. You could just kind of stretch those muscles a little bit more. And then if it's in red, it means you didn't do it this time and you need to practice that skill for next time. Okay, so I would go to the list of things that we said we needed in the blog post. So, for example, in two places it said your title should be informative and engaging if you want people to read your blog. So maybe your title was really clear, right? I knew exactly what it was about, right? So excellent job with that, but it wasn't really very engaging. It wasn't creative. It just kind of had, it had a title, and it was clear. Then I might make that part orange because it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really that exciting. Okay. Maybe then for the second part, if your tone was informal but respectful, then I would give that a green. Excellent job. Okay, you use first person perspective, so that's using your, it was informal, but maybe your level of language was really formal, like it sounded a little bit stuffy at times. You didn't use those contractions or other ways of making the blog post engaging to read for a more informal audience. So I might make that an orange. Right? But then what if you didn't include any of your own personality? It was just like an academic paper. And not that you have to include jokes, that's not a thing. That's just one example of how you could include your own personality, but by your own style in terms of like word choices and formatting paragraphs, etc. Usually you can find a little bit of personality, but if there's no personality in it, I would give it a red, right? That's something I want you to work on for next time. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. By the end, you would have a whole, everything would be a color. And then you could look over and be like, okay, well, this I did well, but I want to practice this and this for next time. And then when you write your next blog post, you can go back to this and say, okay, I need to be a little bit more engaging, a little bit less formal, and I'm going to let a little bit more of my personality shine through. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you like it or don't like it after you get your feedback.